Hi there folks, today we're checking out the TaoTronics LED Stand Light. Let's do this. Hi there folks, and welcome back to Novum Verum. Here we have the TaoTronics LED Stand Light. This is a 12-inch ring light, and it comes with a full-size tripod. I think this is like a full kit, at least that's what it seems like. So I thought I'd go ahead and check it out. Just came in this plain, rather plain brown box. No other text or anything like that, just this little illustration here and the LED light or stand light. There is a little barcode there, and that's pretty much it. No heat seal, no factory seal of any kind. So let's go ahead and crack her open. This is obviously one of the larger boxes that I'm trying out on my unboxing table here. There she is. Alrighty. So that looks like the full-size tripod. Just set that aside. Activate your privileged service. Alrighty. Little thank you card there. I'm guessing that's just the user manual. And there she is. That seems like 12 inches to me. And let's see, what other accessories does this have? Here we have a Bluetooth remote for your camera. Okay, so this is one of two phone mounts. This one clips onto, I guess the tripod directly on the center column or something like that. And this is one of the ones that I don't necessarily like, but it's the one that screws into this 1/4 inch socket there, thread right there, so that you can put your phone sitting right in the middle as it should. But I'm just not a huge fan of this style of mount. But anyways, that's just me. So I'm gonna set these aside because I'm not really gonna use them. I might test it out just to see how it fits and everything. And we'll try out the actual ring light itself. Awesome, so there you have it. The TaoTronics, TaoTronics model TT-CL027 LED Stand Light. It's good to know that it actually has a model number. Anyhow, give me a moment, folks. I'm going to set this up and we'll take it for a test drive. Thanks. Give me a moment. Real quick, I just want to show you guys this. So this is the adjustable tripod stand. Came in this little carrier. It's just a faux canvas, very thin, but it is branded, which is nice to see. This thing is extremely light. And already I can tell that it's definitely not the sturdiest. This feels like it's at the very least aluminum or some sort of metal alloy. But all the fixtures, so these leg clips are plastic. Ooh, wow. Look at the the flex on that. Let's see how it stands up. It's actually pretty solid. I would have preferred a full cylindrical leg, not with these notches here. I understand that they probably just did that to add more stability to it, but I find that these grooves basically become a point of failure if you bend it in any sort of way. Having an actual full cylinder all the way across actually prevents bending a little bit better. It'll take a lot more force, but since this is compromised, the shape is compromised, it's a lot easier to bend. But I'm actually very surprised that as soon as I click down, it feels very, very solid. So that's nice. And I do appreciate that this kit comes with its own full-size tripod, so you can have it dedicated. You don't have to swap out one of your other tripods. I mean, I have a couple, but still it's nice to have something that's dedicated specifically for the ring light. Oh, that extends too. Okay, cool. Has one of these adjustments, very old school style, but I'm not too happy that most of all of the fixtures, the joints, and the locking mechanisms, they're all plastic. But again, since I'm only using this for a ring light, it should be fine, but I definitely wouldn't trust this with anything heavier like my camera or something else. But yeah, bump. Oh, maybe you guys can't see it that way. But anyhow, I'm gonna use this to set up the ring light, and we'll go ahead with a quick light test. Give me a moment, folks. I'll be right back. All right, folks, here we are all set up. I've actually tried different methods on how to do this test, and unfortunately, the way my camera is, it automatically adjusts for the colors and intensity of the lights, so they look washed out and they look exactly the same, even though with my naked eye I see a difference. However, when I have my softboxes on like I do now, the differences show. So here we have the 12-inch TaoTronics on the left and my LalasTop RGB ring light on the right. I'm going to turn on TaoTronics right now, and immediately it clicks on. And now I just turned on the LalasTop, and it took a bit of time. It had a little glow up, I guess you could say. When you turn it on, it does take like a split second for it to turn on completely. But in these two, you see that it seems like there's a blue tinge in the center or towards the center of the LalasTop on the right, like a blue tinge to it. And I really believe it's just because of where the LEDs are located. So with the LalasTop, the tricolor is located in the outside perimeter of the ring light. And obviously with the TaoTronics, the LEDs are situated in such a way that it is centered and complete. So the diffusion is very, very uniform with the TaoTronics versus the LalasTop. Right now I have both of them at their cool setting, and this is at their brightest intensity. And now I'm gonna cycle through to the white. So right now the TaoTronics is at white. I'm gonna do the same for the lalistop. There we go. Now, again, because of where the tricolor LEDs are located inside the lalistop, it's not very uniform. Whereas the diffusion in the TaoTronics is definitely a lot more uniform and complete. Not too sure whether it shows or not. I don't believe it does, but there seems to be like gaps when it comes to the lalistop. And now I'm gonna cycle to the last one, which is the warm setting. And there we have the TaoTronics at warm, and here is the lalistop at warm. Now, the lalistop in this case seems a lot more intense for the most part, but it's very evident, at least to me, that the LEDs are not even, they're not complete. Some areas are a lot brighter than others. And again, even though the TaoTronics isn't as intense, it's definitely a lot more uniform, which is great. I know a couple of lighting specialists that work on, movie sets and whatnot, and they can pick out the differences when they see a scene. I can't, my eyes aren't trained for it, but even just looking at these two side by side, you can really tell that there's a huge difference between the two and how uniform the color and the diffusion of the TaoTronics is so much better. Anyhow, there you have it, folks. I'm gonna turn these off, check the video once again, and be back with my post-mortem. Thanks, folks. I'll be right back. All right, folks. So I actually just want to demonstrate real quick what my issue is with this particular mounting method for phones. As you can see, I have my Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra mounted on here, but what is obvious is that this bottom area here is being blocked by my phone. To a trained eye, there is a difference when you are filming this way. Now, for ring lights, you should, at least traditionally, as far as I know, the camera should be in the center or behind. But I see most vloggers and Instagrammers and whatnot doing it this way, and it's actually not ideal because you are losing out on the lighting. It's going to be uneven. Now, if I try to flip this to the back, and let's say we're filming this way, just imagine that the camera's actually there. Again, trying to get it centered is a huge, huge chore. Also, another practical issue I have with this type of mount is that these things are so wide and there is no lift to them whatsoever. So the reason why I have it so low is because it's actually hitting my buttons here on the side. So yeah, definitely a lot of issues with this particular mount. I don't necessarily like it. If anything, I would suggest, if possible, to actually have your camera mounted separately, maybe on a magic arm attached to your tripod and have it sitting in the back over here. I think that would be a better solution. But this thing makes no sense. Like, it's gimmicky, I get it. It definitely solved a quick issue. It was for a lot of people, but unfortunately it's actually not very good. So yeah, there you have it, folks. I'll be right back with my postmortem. Thanks. All right, folks, it's postmortem time for the TaoTronics TT-CL027 12-inch LED Stand Light. And this, folks, is a definite keeper. Let me just lay it down real quick. Now, obviously the biggest standout for me is how uniform the light that it produces is. It is a tricolor LED ring light, and at all three settings, I think the lighting was very uniform, the saturation was great, and the overall diffusion was awesome. Now, the warm setting wasn't as intense or as hot, I guess you could say. It wasn't as hot as I would prefer, as we saw in the tabletop ring light itself. That one was more intense, but the TaoTronics one wasn't as bright or as intense as that one. However, I still think that the warmth of it, especially being so uniform, definitely produces a better light. And I think overall, when it comes to taking pictures and video, you want that uniformity. You don't want anything where there's going to be hot spots or anything like that. Now, obviously, I'm not an expert, but I do have friends who are trained in this sort of stuff, and they have all the little gadgets for gauging everything. And I think they would appreciate this one definitely a lot more so than the tabletop. Now, this is a complete kit. It does come with a full-size tripod. Now, the tripod itself, the legs are aluminum alloy. However, all the fixtures are plastic, so it's not as solid a tripod as I would like. But if you're just using it for your ring light and your phone, I think it's perfectly fine. I did mount my Fujifilm X-T200 on it, and it held it up just fine. But then again, my Fujifilm is a small camera. I definitely would not trust this tripod with anything heavier or larger, especially like a heavy lens. But overall, I think it's very, very convenient. It comes with one. You can buy something similar for around, I think, like 20-30 bucks separately. But if you consider having to purchase a ring light separately, now 12-inch ring lights are rather pricey, or can be rather pricey. So I think overall the value of this kit is great. As I mentioned, it does come with 2 different phone mounts. Not too keen about them, especially since there's no raised ridges on the brackets themselves. So you'll have to shift your phone to the side so that your buttons aren't being pressed by the mount itself. So yeah, I think that even with that, overall the value is there. Oh yeah, and it also comes with a Bluetooth remote to take pictures and do videos, which again, is just another convenience, another added value to it. I did purchase this on Amazon for I think regular price was $65.99 Canadian. At the time of purchase, there was a $10 coupon, so I got it for 56 bucks. And again, I think it's a great value, very cost effective, considering you get a 12-inch tricolor ring light, a tripod, and 2 phone mounts, plus a Bluetooth remote. If you take all those things separately, it definitely adds up. So overall, I think this is a very cost-effective kit to consider. So yeah, there you have it, folks. The TaoTronics TT-CL027 12-inch LED stand light. I think it's an absolutely great buy. So if you get a chance, if you're looking for something like a complete kit, this is definitely something to consider. Once again, I just want to reiterate, my giveaway is still ongoing. So if you haven't, please subscribe, like this video or dislike it. Just leave a comment telling me exactly what it is that I can improve upon, right? Thank you very much once again. As always, I have more products on the way. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.